A deer stands at the edge of a waterhole on the Indonesian island of Komodo. It lowers its head to drink. Then, in a blur of scales and muscle, something ancient lunges from the brush. The deer escapes. Barely. But here is the part that should terrify you. It does not matter. Because once a Komodo dragon bites you, even once, the clock starts ticking. And for most animals, that clock runs out. For decades, scientists thought they understood exactly why. They were wrong. The real answer is stranger, more complex, and far more deadly than anyone imagined. So what exactly happens when a Komodo dragon bites? And why is escape almost never truly escape? The Komodo dragon is the largest living lizard on Earth. Adults can reach 3 meters in length and weigh over 70 kilograms. They have existed in roughly this form for millions of years. They are found on just a handful of Indonesian islands: Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and a few others. Their range is small. Their patience is enormous. They are ambush predators. They do not chase. They wait, they strike, and then, crucially, they let their prey go. Because they know something the prey does not yet know. The bite is not the end. It is the beginning. For most of the 20th century, scientists believed the Komodo dragon killed through bacteria. The story was compelling. A dragon's mouth, they said, harbored over 50 species of deadly bacteria, Staphylococcus, Pastorella, and others, all cultivated from years of eating rotting meat. One bite and those bacteria entered the wound. The prey would wander off, weaken over the following days, and eventually collapse, sometimes kilometers away. The dragon, with its extraordinary sense of smell, would simply follow. It was a clean explanation. It made the dragon sound like a living biological weapon. There was only one problem. It was not entirely true. In 2009, a team of researchers led by Dr. Brian Fry at the University of Queensland published a study that changed everything. They examined the anatomy of Komodo dragon jaws in detail, and what they found rewrote the textbooks. Inside the lower jaw of a Komodo dragon, Fry's team found something no one had seriously looked for before: venom glands, not the crude bacterial soup of popular myth, actual venom-secreting tissue positioned between the teeth, producing compounds that actively interfere with a victim's body. The venom contains anticoagulants, substances that prevent blood from clotting, as well as compounds that cause blood pressure to drop rapidly. In practical terms, this means that when a Komodo dragon bites, the wound does not seal, blood keeps flowing, blood pressure collapses. The prey enters shock faster than it would from blood loss alone. And the bacteria, they are real. The mouth is genuinely filthy, but they are not the primary weapon. They are a secondary consequence, infections that set in after the venom has already done its work. The dragon is not a carrier of disease that got lucky. It is a venomous predator that has been underestimated for a century. Here is how a hunt actually unfolds. A dragon picks a target. It can wait for hours, motionless, invisible, its yellow forked tongue sampling the air for chemical signals from up to 10 kilometers away. Then it moves. And when it moves, it is fast. Over short distances, a Komodo dragon can reach speeds of around 20 kilometers per hour. The strike itself lasts less than a second. Serrated, shark-like teeth, up to 60 of them, drive into flesh. The jaw does not lock. The dragon does not need to hold on. One bite is enough. The venom is already in the bloodstream. The anticoagulants are already working, and the dragon steps back, watches calmly, and waits. The prey runs. It always runs. But within hours, sometimes within minutes for smaller animals, something changes. The animal weakens. It stumbles, its blood pressure falls, and the dragon, tongue still reading the air, closes the distance at a leisurely walk. Once the prey collapses, the dragon feeds. And it feeds efficiently. A single large Komodo dragon can consume up to 80% of its own body weight in one meal. They swallow in large chunks. The flexible skull, with joints between bones that allow the jaw to expand, means they can consume pieces that would be impossible for most predators. Younger, smaller dragons face a danger here. Adult Komodos are cannibalistic. Young dragons have been observed rolling in gut contents and feces to smell less appealing to adults, essentially camouflaging themselves as carrion. It is a brutal hierarchy. Even within the species, the bite is a constant threat. Komodo dragons have attacked humans. The incidents are rare, but they are documented. Villagers on Komodo and Rinca who live close to dragon populations treat them with significant caution. Children and the elderly are considered more vulnerable. They are smaller, slower, and more likely to provoke a threat response. Most attacks recorded in recent decades involve tourists who approached too closely, park staff who were careless, or people who startled a resting dragon. Fatal attacks have occurred. They are not common, but they are not impossible. The rangers on Komodo Island carry forked sticks, not weapons, but tools to redirect a dragon's path if it moves toward people. It is a reminder that these animals are not performing for visitors. They are predators in their natural environment. The Komodo dragon is not just a dangerous animal. It is a window into evolutionary history, a living example of how predators can develop multiple overlapping systems, venom, bacteria, physical power, patience, that together make them almost impossible to escape once they have committed to a hunt. The bacteria myth persisted for so long because it told a satisfying story. But the truth, that this ancient lizard is a venomous, calculating predator that has been quietly perfecting its method for millions of years, is far more remarkable. So back to that deer at the waterhole, it escaped the bite. It ran. It felt fine. But somewhere behind it, following a chemical trail through dry grass and scrubland, something patient was still moving. With a Komodo dragon, escape is rarely what it feels like. If you found this video interesting, subscribe. We cover the most dangerous, fascinating creatures on the planet. And there is a lot more to explore. Next time, we are looking at an animal that can survive being frozen solid, crushed under pressure, and exposed to radiation that would kill a human 1,000 times over. A creature that has outlasted every mass extinction in Earth's history. You will not believe it is real.